On a lovely morning, August 2nd, 1914. The delusional heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and his lovely but very sick wife boarded the royal train to attend a military parade in Sarajevo, a city that absolutely no one in the empire liked visiting. But unbeknownst to them, the city was crawling with 7 cold-blooded assassins who believed the Archduke was public enemy number 1. Why? Because he was seen as the main obstacle to their dream of a greater Serbia, uniting Serbia, Croatia, and other Slavic nations into a glorious, ethnically pure mega-country. So yeah, not a fan club. Despite warnings and multiple red flags, and some logic, honestly, the Archduke and his wife decided to go full YOLO and take a ride around town. They even made a detour to visit the wounded in a hospital. Super sweet, but also super dumb. Meanwhile, one of the assassins, a 19-year-old named Gavrilo Princip, remember that name, got lucky. Really lucky. He happened to be chilling near a sandwich shop when the Archduke's driver made a wrong turn, straight into his line of sight. Princip pulled out a pistol and, bam, shot the Archduke in the neck and his wife in the stomach. Both died within minutes. And that, my friends, is how 2 bullets turned the world upside down. Hours later, Princip was captured. But here's the kicker. He was too young for the death penalty. Yep, the dude who kicked off World War I couldn't even be legally executed. But wait, it gets dumber. That one murder triggered a global chain reaction like a nuclear game of dominoes. Why? Because Europe at the time was basically a toxic friend group of paranoid empires with way too many guns and grudges. Let's break it down. Back then, the world's major powers had divided into 2 cliques. The Triple Entente, France, Russia, and Britain. The Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, kinda. Everyone was stockpiling weapons, forming secret pacts, and generally acting like war was an Instagram trend they didn't want to miss. Germany hated France, still salty from an old war. Russia was feeling left out and humiliated, and Austria-Hungary was hanging on by a thread, bullying smaller nations to feel better about itself. And then there was Britain, playing Switzerland, sipping tea, acting neutral, until Germany started building a navy big enough to scare the Queen's corgis. That was not okay. So Britain quietly joined the Entente, and the powder keg was fully loaded. All it needed was a spark. And guess what? Princip's bullets were that spark. So what happened next? Austria-Hungary sent Serbia a ridiculous ultimatum, basically demanding, "Let us stomp on you legally." Serbia was like, no. And Austria-Hungary was like, "K." Then everyone jumped in. Russia backed Serbia. Germany backed Austria-Hungary. France backed Russia. Britain tried not to back anyone. Then Germany stomped into Belgium, and Britain was like, "All right, that's it. Time to throw hands." And boom, World War I began. All because a teenager with a pistol and a bad sandwich got lucky. Curious how it all spiraled out of control from there. Stick around for part 2, The Wild Ride of WI, coming soon.